Nonna's Netflix review. Vince Vaughn and a dream team of grandmas. Stir up soulful chaos and comfort food dramedy. Vince Vaughn, Susan Sarandon, Lorraine Bracco, a Staten Island restaurant run by grandmas. Netflix just served up the cinematic equivalent of Sunday dinner with your entire Italian-American family. And somehow, it totally works. Welcome to Nonnas, a warm, homespun, garlic-scented comedy that invites viewers into a world where grief meets gravy, where second chances come with sides of lasagna, and where the best chefs in the house are pushing 80. Directed by Stephen Chbosky. Wonder. The perks of being a wallflower. Nonnas isn't just a story. It's a full-course meal of nostalgia, community, and culinary chaos, seasoned with heartbreak and humor. Inspired by the real-life Enoteca Maria restaurant in Staten Island, famous for its rotating cast of real grandmothers from around the world, this fictionalized version is a love letter to family, food, and finding purpose when you least expect it. Vince Vaughn dials down the swagger and brings something unexpectedly tender to the role of Joey Scaravella, a blue-collar mechanic whose life has hit a dead end. After the death of his mother, Joey is left rattling around his childhood Brooklyn home, surrounded by echoes of laughter and the scent of marinara long since gone. But this isn't just another midlife crisis flick. Vaughn infuses Joey with a quiet desperation and a clumsy determination that makes his leap into restaurant ownership feel both hilarious and heartbreakingly real. When Joey stumbles upon a rundown Staten Island restaurant for sale, a flicker of his mother's spirit leads him to take a wild risk, using his inheritance to open a place where the chefs aren't young prodigies or Michelin chasers, but actual grandmothers, non-professional, wise, weathered, and totally brilliant in the kitchen. His vision? Let the Nonnas cook the food they've perfected over decades. Let them bring soul back to the table. Cue the Avengers of Italian-American matriarchy. Lorraine Bracco plays Roberta, a world-class kvetcher with a side of sass. Susan Sarandon is Gia, a calm, dessert-slinging hairdresser whose lemon bars could probably stop wars. Brenda Vaccaro, as the elegant Antonella, channels old-school charm with a pinch of undying love for her late husband, while Talia Shire delivers a surprising twist as Teresa, a former nun who brings spiritual sass and unexpected depth to the mix. These aren't cartoonish Golden Girls knockoffs. They're full characters with layered histories and bite, literal and figurative. And while they each play to archetypes, they do so with such charm and sincerity that every eye roll, every recipe battle, and every shared sip of limoncello feels earned. Chbosky directs with a light, confident hand, balancing slapstick and sentiment without veering into Hallmark Channel territory. The screenplay, penned by Liz Maxey, Chbosky's wife, who draws from her own Italian-American upbringing, never underestimates its audience. Yes, some moments are spoon-fed, like the food metaphors or the not-so-subtle message about aging with purpose. But the emotional truth remains intact. The film opens with a flashback that sets the tone. A young Joey, Theodore Helm, maneuvering through a chaotic, love-filled Sunday dinner at his Brooklyn home. It's bathed in golden light and brimming with clanging pots, overlapping conversations, and the comforting authority of his mother, Kate Eastman, and grandmother, Karen Giordano, running the kitchen. This memory, lovingly shot by D.P. Florian Ballhaus, lays the foundation for Joey's journey. The phrase, "one does not grow old at the table," becomes both mantra and mission. Enter Olivia, Joey's high school crush, played with natural charm and intelligence by Linda Cardellini. A chance encounter at the Staten Island Farmers Market, yes, there's a dreamy ferry ride, reignites something in Joey both romantic and culinary. Olivia also connects him to Antonella, one of the 4 women who will ultimately bring the restaurant to life. Of course, not everyone is on board. Joey's best friend Bruno, Joe Manganiello, and his wife Stella, Drea de Matteo, worry he's falling apart, not rebuilding. There's skepticism, tension, even racism from the local community. One vendor, Michael Rispoli, makes it clear that outsiders, even Italian ones, aren't always welcome in tight-knit Staten Island. And of course, opening a restaurant without experience means Joey's dream is perpetually teetering between beautiful and bonkers. The narrative includes a few undercooked subplots: the cranky building inspector, the snooty food critic, Campbell Scott in a brief but memorable cameo, and a boss who seems written from the Jerk 1.01 playbook, Richie Moriarty. Still, none of these distractions take away from the heart of the story: Joey's connection to the women, to his past, and to food as a form of healing. The film's emotional arc builds Yeis Idasgris,